This must reach you before tomorrow. What you do during this transition between June and July is not just important, it determines your energetic fate for all of 2025. This isn't just a monthly shift, it's a rupture, a reset, a moment that either rewires you or repeats your past. So let's get into the 9 things you must avoid during this sacred transition. The transition from June to July isn't just a flip of the calendar, it's a soul-deep tremor that shakes loose everything that no longer fits the next version of you. You may find yourself crying without a reason, waking up exhausted, or suddenly feeling bursts of clarity followed by fog. This isn't chaos. This is calibration. The universe is tuning you to a new frequency, one that's louder, clearer, and far more aligned with who you're meant to become. That's why it feels intense, because it is. This shift isn't asking you to be okay, it's asking you to be honest. You're not broken, you're just breaking open. Trying to suppress your emotions, distract yourself, or push through like nothing's happening is like trying to hold your breath during a hurricane. It won't protect you. It'll only delay the transformation. Instead, surrender to the feeling. Let it rise. Let it move. Let it teach you what the stillness of your past month couldn't. You're not weak for feeling this deeply. You're not unstable for being overwhelmed. You are awakening, cell by cell, layer by layer. The intensity you feel is evidence that something profound is shifting through you. So don't numb it, don't label it, and please don't rush to fix it. Just breathe. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. This season of transition doesn't ask for your forced optimism, it demands your honesty. When you plaster on a smile while you're aching inside, you're not healing, you're hiding. And that hidden pain doesn't disappear, it festers. Right now, the universe is not interested in your spiritual performance. It's interested in your spiritual truth. Affirmations that bypass reality won't carry weight in this portal. Only what's raw, real, and vulnerable will create transformation. Facing your shadow isn't a detour from healing, it is the path. If you're grieving, let the tears come. If you're afraid, admit it. If you're angry, feel it without judgment. There's no prize for pretending everything's fine. Your soul evolves not by pretending to be light, but by walking straight through the darkness with courage. The more you suppress, the more fragmented you become. But the moment you sit beside your shadow instead of running from it, that's when wholeness begins. Your light isn't diminished by your pain, it's expanded by it. The brightest versions of yourself are not born from denial, but from deep emotional honesty. When your light no longer has to hide your shadow, you become radiant in a way that doesn't flicker. This phase invites you to stop filtering your emotions for spiritual perfection. Let the rawness be sacred, let your honesty be healing, and let your shadow speak, because it's part of your light trying to return home. Your body is not just a vessel, it's a sacred instrument in this energetic shift. While your spirit is undergoing recalibration, your physical form is absorbing the weight of unseen energies, processing emotional debris, and shielding you from external frequencies. This is why you might feel unusually tired, achy, or even inflamed. It's not weakness, it's spiritual filtration. Every cell is working overtime to help you anchor the light pouring in. You don't need to push it harder. You need to listen. Now is not the time to punish your body with rigid diets, extreme fasts, or ungrounded detox trends. While those may seem like acts of purification, they can weaken your foundation during this spiritual upgrade. Your nervous system needs nourishment, your gut needs stability, and your breath needs ease. Wholeness comes not from restriction, but from deep respect. Feed yourself in a way that honors your energy, not just your appearance. Drink water like it's medicine. Sleep like it's sacred. Remember, your biology and your soul are not separate. They are dance partners in this transition. When you care for your body, you strengthen your spiritual shield. When you rest, you allow integration. This shift is big, and your body is the frontline responder. So trust its signals, support its rhythms, and treat it not like a machine to be optimized, but like a temple preparing for the divine. Your mind may be racing right now, clinging to plans, predictions, or control, but that's not the path forward. In this current energetic fog, mental panic is a trap disguised as productivity. It tells you that if you just think harder or figure it out, everything will fall into place. But this moment isn't asking for answers, it's asking for surrender. You are in a sacred pause, and trying to force clarity right now is like yelling into the wind and expecting it to obey. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. This fog isn't a mistake. It's a spiritual slowing. It's softening your mental grip so that your intuition can rise. Your soul doesn't speak in checklists or timelines. It speaks in stillness, symbols, and subtle shifts. And that's hard to hear when the mind is shouting. So, if you're feeling uncertain, lost, or like you're off track, breathe. You're not failing. You're being redirected. Not by logic, but by vibration. Let go of the compulsion to figure everything out. You don't need to know the entire map. You just need to take the next aligned breath. Sometimes the greatest realignment happens not when we understand everything, but when we finally admit we don't, and trust anyway. Let this be that moment. Let go of knowing, and make space for receiving. When you experience a spiritual breakthrough, the impulse to share it can feel overwhelming. You want to tell someone, post about it, or speak it into the world before it slips away. But this moment asks for stillness, not announcement. Your insights are still tender, like seeds freshly planted in soil. If you expose them too soon, they may not survive the winds of other people's opinions, doubts, or misunderstandings. What's blossoming in you needs protection, not performance. There's sacred power in silence. When you keep your awakening close, you allow it to deepen, to expand, and to become fully yours before offering it to the world. Rushing to explain it to others often dilutes the very energy that made it sacred in the first place. You don't need validation for what you've received. Trust that if it came through you, it came for you. Let your energy integrate before your voice speaks on its behalf. This isn't about secrecy, it's about reverence. Just as a sculptor doesn't reveal their art before it's formed, your soul is asking you to wait. Let your breakthrough bloom quietly. Let it root into your life, your actions, your presence. And when the time is right, it won't need to be announced. It will be felt. During this energetic transition, don't be surprised if old patterns, draining relationships, or unresolved emotional entanglements suddenly reappear. These aren't accidents, they're spiritual checkpoints. The universe is asking if you've truly evolved, or if you're still willing to shrink your light to make others comfortable. Some people don't need your energy, they crave your access. Can you say no without guilt? Can you protect your peace without a long explanation? This is your sacred reminder. Detachment isn't heartless, it's wise. At the same time, you may find yourself obsessively asking for one more sign, hoping for divine handwriting in the sky before taking your next step. But here's the truth. You already know. The signs have already arrived, in dreams, feelings, patterns, nudges. You're not lacking guidance. You're wrestling with fear. Silence can feel like abandonment when you're scared, but it's actually a holy space where divine timing prepares you. What you're sensing isn't absence, it's alignment in progress. This is the test. Can you trust your inner knowing and protect your energy without external permission? Can you move forward without needing applause, approval, or cosmic fireworks? You are already equipped. Stop searching. Start walking. You're not waiting for a sign. You are the sign. And now, your only job is to honor the knowing and guard the frequency that's been earned through every quiet, unseen battle you've already faced. Right now, one of the deepest spiritual challenges is learning to observe without intervening. You are not here to rescue others from their own storms. You are here to hold your light steady, to be the lighthouse, not the lifeboat. When you try to fix or save someone mid-collapse, you may be interrupting the exact breakdown their soul needs to break through. Let them rise on their own terms. Your frequency is the message, not your effort. Hold it high, hold it steady, and let them choose whether or not to match it. At the same time, while you're trying to stay centered, your own symptoms might feel overwhelming. Sudden dizziness, anxiety, disconnection, and your first reflex? To search, to diagnose, to Google at 2 a.m. But this is where spiritual panic disguises itself as curiosity. Midnight spirals don't give clarity. They amplify fear. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Those strange sensations are not signs of danger. They're the echoes of energetic upgrades, shifting your entire system from within. So instead of trying to save others, or yourself, with frantic action, choose stillness. Choose presence. Sit with the discomfort instead of escaping it. Trust that your soul knows the path, even when your mind doesn't. In this moment, your job is to hold space for them, for yourself, for the mystery. Let discomfort be the teacher. Let surrender be the medicine. And remember, rescue isn't always love. Sometimes, love is trusting the process in silence. Not every emotional sting is a sign to cut someone off. Sometimes, what triggers us isn't toxicity. It's truth. A mirror, a memory, a wound that hasn't yet healed. Before you purge a person, a relationship, or an opportunity, pause. Ask what it's really reflecting back to you. Are you reacting from pain or from clarity? This shift asks you to stop running from discomfort and start learning from it. Some people are teachers in disguise, not meant to stay, but meant to show you something you wouldn't have seen on your own. This entire 25-minute transmission isn't just information, it's frequency. Every word, pause, and moment was designed to activate something deeper within you. You're not just listening, you're aligning. And within that alignment, there's one sacred truth you must carry forward. Not everything revealed to you is meant to be revealed to others right away. Your breakthroughs are like newly planted seeds. Exposing them too early can stunt their growth. Let your evolution mature in silence. Let it become unshakable before you share it. From June 30th to July 2nd, the energy around you is like a spiritual pressure chamber. It will squeeze, stir, and stretch you, but not to break you, to refine you. How you react during these 3 days, whether with fear or faith, doubt or trust, will echo across the rest of 2025. This isn't a random window, it's a divine opportunity. So slow down, get still, respond with intention, because in these hours, you're not just living, you're choosing your timeline. This isn't just another moon phase or seasonal change, it's a fork in your timeline. How you respond in these days determines whether you rise or repeat. This energy is pressing on your patterns, asking, will you numb, react, and loop again? Or will you pause, reflect, and evolve? Don't rush to delete everything that feels hard. Let some of it teach you, let some of it go. But know the difference and act with soul, not impulse. So if you've felt this shift deep in your bones, you're not alone. Drop "I trust the shift" in the comments to mark your turning point. Like this video if even one truth cracked something open inside you. Subscribe if you're ready to walk forward, not backward. Because this transition doesn't offer comfort, it offers power, but only to those brave enough to choose growth over ease and alignment over approval. You're not here to stay safe. You're here to transform.